Run up whenever you like.
Coach, just talk about the 40-minute effort defensively. It seemed like that really keyed you guys to this victory.
Definitely. It makes me happy when we guard like we defended today. I thought our guys were really locked in for both halves, and that's something that we have been preaching, and I thought we got a great effort from our guys today.
Talked a lot about the rebounding yesterday, and they're a good rebounding team, and you win the battle on the boards today, and just what did you see there?
Definitely. That's been an emphasis of ours as well, wanting to rebound the ball better. And I thought a number of guys, not just our bigs, but some of our perimeter guys really stepped up. I thought Frank gave us a big lift. I think Aubrey, improved it as far as rebounding the ball even more for us this game. And we need that from our perimeter. I think when you become a good rebounding team, it's because your guards are really good rebounders. And I thought even BJ, I think, got an offensive rebound put back today. So those things are things that made me happy in watching our guys compete.
Just to expand a little bit more on Frank and his contributions, how is he sort of meshing in with everything? I know you said in another availability he was a little bit late coming in. I think he enrolled in August, so he wasn't with the guys for all the summer stuff. How's he adjusted everything now that the season's been getting going?
Well, he's making a good adjustment. We also are learning more about Frank as well. We're still getting our rotations down and looking to seeing what we're doing with our personnel. And Frank, because he came late, was a little bit behind most of our players. So we've still been, feeling him out and understanding, what he provides for us. But, he's been great. He's given us great energy every night. He's given us great enthusiasm, and he's given us a spark off the bench. And that's something that we're excited about. And he's been consistently doing those things, which is, like I said, earning him more opportunity and giving everyone around him more confidence about what he can do for our team.
How much did this team just sort of need this kind of dominating victory after what happened in Missouri?
We need to definitely get back and compete and hopefully win after that game, because anytime you take a loss like that, that's tough and it's going to knock you back some. But our guys, I thought they responded well. We beat a good team tonight. Grambling's going to be a good team. They're going to do well in their conference. And I thought our guys, came out with a great deal of respect, and you could tell by how we competed against them how much they respected them, and that was good to see.
Nice to see also guys like Xavier Grant get in the game. He takes his first shot of the year and it goes in.
Yeah, that was great. I'm happy for Xavier, happy for all of our guys, especially the guys that have walked on, because they're at every practice, they're at every event, they're doing everything that all of our players are doing, but yet they never have an opportunity to get into the game. And so, especially as competitive as our sport is, it's difficult to find opportunities to be able to put guys in unless you have a huge lead. And our lead was good enough today where we were able to get those guys in. And I liked how they responded. They responded how we preach. And they valued their minutes. They came in, they played the right way. And he was rewarded by knocking down the open three-point shot.
You guys were able to extend the first half lead to 7 thanks to free throw shooting at the end there. In the last couple of games, the free throw shooting has been better. Has it been up to your standard of,
Well, no, it's not up to my standard quite yet, but we're getting there. We still need a few more guys stepping up, knocking them down as consistently as we think they can, as consistently as they do in practice. Once we get those guys knocking them down like they do in practice, then I think we take a big jump. We have some free throw shooters that, and BJ and Aubrey and Terrell and some guys that we know they're going to go up to the line and be fairly consistent. But we need that across the board, and guys are getting better. I see it in practice, and it's going to carry over into the game. It's just a matter of time.
Taco's free throw stroke, I know he changed it a little bit this year. Is that something that you worked with him with to potentially try to improve what he does there?
Don't blame me.
Okay.
Don't blame me.
I was wondering.
Oh, here we go. Trying to sneak that in on me. No, what happened is, when he hurt his shoulder last year, he changed his form because he had injured his shoulder, so he couldn't push up, the right way. So he started tweaking it and adjusting it then. And from then, he's been tinkering and adjusting it, but I think he's in a good place with it right now. And when he's in practice, he's one of the gentlemen I was saying in practice, he's not, you'll see Taco with the line and may go 7 for 10, 8 for 10. You may see him do those things. It just hadn't carried over into the game yet, and that's just part of the transformation where you go from that practice guy doing something to doing it on the floor in front of a crowd in a gym that's full. So it's going to come because he's working at it, and usually, at this stage, when a young man is working on a particular part of his game, he only improves. And so I'm confident he's going to get better. And like I said, me seeing signs of it every day in practice when he's working on it.
They're just one of those things where, you can practice as much as you want, but nothing replicates being in the arena with the crowd and against another team. It's just going to come with more games, right?
No, absolutely. It really does. And just the main thing I like about Taco is he hadn't shied away from contact. As you can tell, he keeps going. And that says a lot about him. That's why I know it's going to work for him, because the more you go up there and put yourself in that position, eventually you start to figure out exactly what you need to do to be successful. And his form is not bad. I'm looking at his form and what he's done. Shot looks usually has soft touch when we shoot him in practice. His touch is soft on his ball. It's just a matter of that carrying over into the game now for him.
You're a really good three-point shooting team, and today I think they were 3 for 16. Specifically, your perimeter defense, what did you like in that area today?
I challenged our guys. They were shooting 42+% from the field for the season. And for us to have any success, we had to make sure we slowed them down on the perimeter. And our guys really did lock in on the perimeter players, and I think made it a little more difficult for them tonight.
Anything else?
Appreciate it, Coach.
Thanks.
Thanks a lot.
guys.
See you next week.
Absolutely. Short turnaround, right?
Yeah.
Quick.
Questions whenever you're ready.
BJ, really the whole game, but especially that second half, the defensive effort seemed to really key you guys to another victory. Just talk about your second half effort as a team.
Yeah, I think we came out ready to play the second half. Last game against Missouri, we didn't have the same energy and effort for 2 halves that we need to. So I think this game, a big thing for us was making sure we came out second half with that same energy and trying to hit them in the mouth and get us off to a good start that second half.
I think another thing too, going into this game, people were watching was the rebounding. You guys had a little issue with that with Missouri, and then today you come out and they're a good rebounding team, top 25 in the nation, and you win the battle on the boards. Just speak on that. Speak on the ability you guys had to win.
Yeah, no. Since the last game, that's been a huge thing for us is boxing out, rebounding, and not just our bigs but our guards as well. That's been a huge thing for us. So tonight we had a lot more balanced rebounding. Aubrey had I think 8 rebounds. I had 5. So when we get rebounds, Frank had 5, and only 16 minutes. So when the guards come in and rebound, that's huge for us defensively because defensive possession ain't over until we get the ball.
Frank, this is your first season here at UCF, coming in from junior college. How has it been kind of in this first month of the season? Are you feeling a lot more comfortable out there?
Yeah, I'm excited. It's a big change, honestly, but I just like bring energy off the bench, and it's a great moment for me.
What's kind of been the biggest change for you, just adjusting to the different levels going from junior college to Division I?
Actually, just the crowd. The crowd's bigger, and big change, obviously.
So what was it like for you? Everyone knows you can shoot threes, but to have that putback out there tonight, that must have been pretty exciting moment, pretty exciting play for you.
Yeah, I had to just bring energy off the bench and just get as many rebounds as I can, honestly.
Is that energy sort of what you are all about? Because it seems like you had a rebound out there where it looked like you went up over Taco to get a rebound. So just talk about the energy you play with.
Yeah, because coming off the bench, it takes a lot of energy to come off the bench and bring that spark off the bench. Just a great feeling, honestly.
BJ, what's been your perspective of Frank and what he's brought to the team this year?
Gonna play hard. However many minutes he gets, he's gonna come in and play hard. He's gonna bring energy, and he's gonna compete. So that's the biggest thing that you know about him when he comes in the game. He's not gonna back down, and he's not gonna get caught up in his own individual, stats, his threes, or anything like that. Like he said, he's worried about coming in, bringing energy, and doing whatever he can to help us win.
Just the way this game went, was it a nice sort of way to sort of wipe away the bad taste of the Missouri loss that was so long ago? You guys had a whole week to stew over it, and it just feel good to get rid of that.
Yeah, no, for us, that game is, it's a learning experience, and we can't, we got to move on, but we can't forget about it. We got to take the lessons that we learned from that game, and make sure we don't make the same mistakes moving forward throughout the season, because we're going to be in similar situations again at some point this season. So we have to, remember the lessons we learned and just grow from it. Was it fun to see Xavier Grant get in there? And he didn't take long before he popped off that three, and he was putting up the 3 fingers, I believe. He knew it, must have known it was going in. No, your confidence is key, and he definitely had it.
Frank, is there also a transition for you going from one side of the country to the next, going from basically LA out here to Orlando?
Yeah, it's a big change. The weather's different. Just everything's big, but it's just a big change. First time.
Frank, how's it been with these players? I think you came in August, right? So you kind of were a little bit late coming in, but how's it been just kind of meshing with the different players and just kind of playing with this team chemistry and kind of meshing in?
I get along with everybody. yeah, I get along with everybody. It's just fun in the locker room, fun on the court. Yeah.
He makes a lot of jokes behind the scenes. You don't know. He like funny to do on the team, low key. I don't know why he's acting shy with you.
First time, my first time.
Yeah.
Anything else?
Good stuff, guys.
Thanks.
Thanks a lot, guys. Appreciate it.
Thanks.